Okay. Yo, good evening, USA, Canada, worldwide. Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most, unstoppable independent podcaster, misunderstood lonely nomad, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And you're rocking with the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, episode 71. Live and direct from StreamYard, YouTube, and alongside of myself is the Instagram live feed. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you can see me in action. If you have any comments that you want to put on there, you can put it in the comment section in the YouTube live stream and the YouTube live stream as well. And speaking of YouTube, you can go to the Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast review show page on YouTube and subscribe. Tap the noti bell, and of course, leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics that we just reviewed, and I will handle the rest on where you can listen to the podcast episodes in case you missed any of the episodes. If you're new to the channel and you missed any previous episodes whatsoever, don't worry, I got your back and I will get you caught up on everything. So, today's episode is going to be based on R&B groups, a game, a TV show, and some more gaming news for all the video gamers out there. And yes, I did decide to add video gaming news on there because, in case I run out of music artists to actually review and TV shows and stuff like that to review and stuff like that. So that's why I'm doing gaming and stuff. So, but first and foremost, we're gonna do a little something that I like to call. Hold on. We're gonna do a little something that I like to call music Kool-Aid. So grab your drinks, your water, your juices, your wine, mimosas, or whatever, and take a sip of this music Kool-Aid. All right. Today we're gonna be reviewing R&B groups. First one is Jodeci. All right, here we go. Before I do that, man, let me see who just came into the live stream. Sharon Page 380. Thank you for joining the live stream. Appreciate you. Yes, so Jodeci is an American R&B quartet with members Devontae Swing, Mr. Dalvin, Casey, and JoJo. Formed in 1989 in Charlotte, North Carolina, Jodeci's members began their musical careers as two duos of brothers, and after years of limited success, joined forces. After signing with Uptown Records in 1991, the group began to work on their debut album, Forever My Lady, which brought them mainstream success with the Billboard Hot 100 single Come and Talk to Me and the album's titular track. Yeah. The group's critical and commercial success continued with the releases of Diary of a Mad Band and also the show The After Party, The Hotel, where the group experimented with various musical styles, typically not associated with traditional R&B. Jodeci would incorporate hip hop, soul, gospel, and New Jack Swing into their music, which led to the group featured prominently with hip hop artists during the 1990s. Each album released by the group during this period attained platinum certification by the Recording Industry Association of America and helped to redefine the genre allowing for developments in thematic and musical content with R&B. In 1996, they announced a hiatus, though continuing to work on music as a group, which prompted Casey and JoJo to branch off as a duo. Released in 5 albums until 2013, when the group reunited for their fourth studio album, The Past, Present, The Future. Jodeci has sold more than 20 million records worldwide to date. Complex magazine ranks the group first on their 1990s male R&B group Pyramid of Excellence list in 2014. One of the most influential groups of the 1990s and the best R&B group of all time. Damon Hart was the last manager. Okay, yeah, let's go over the discography. Um, yeah, let's go over the discography of what they have. So, Forever My Lady, right? Is the debut studio album by R&B quartet Jodeci, released May 28th, 1991 by Uptown Records and MCA Records. Um, and of course, y'all probably know these songs already. um, so let's see. Y'all already know those songs already. Probably Gotta Love, Forever My Lady, Stay, Come and Talk to Me. I'm Still Waiting. Um, the album's production and composition was largely attributed to Devontae Swing, who worked alongside Grammy-nominated producer I'll Be Sure to craft the album's sound. Recording sessions took place at various recording studios during 1990 to 1991, and were relentlessly worked upon in order to shift the consensus with R&B music. As you can hear, this is the air conditioner in my room that's on right now, in case you're wondering. So that's a little side note right there. The duo worked to add more of a hip hop sound to the album, incorporating synthesizer, um, heavy rhythm tracks to complement the alternating themes discussed throughout the album, ranging from passionate and elegant songs about love to energetic and swaggering songs centered around sex and partying. The group's emotionally transparent lyrics are delivered in both rapped and sung verses, help to explore the feelings of love and seduction. Okay, so we go to the release and reception. The album received overwhelmingly positive reviews from critics who complimented the group's innovative nature when approaching the album and as its thematic choices and the production from Swing. Following an anticipated release, it debuted at #1 on the top R&B albums on its first week and peaked at 18 on the U.S. Billboard 200. Three of the album's singles charted on the Billboard Hot 100, including the top 15 hit Come and Talk to Me. Forever My Lady was soon certified multi-platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. And as of August 1995, has sold over 3 million copies in the US and over 8 million copies worldwide. Okay, professional ratings. So we go to review scores, source, and rating. All Music gives it 5 stars. Entertainment Weekly gives it an A minus. Los Angeles Times 3.5 stars. Um, Arian Berger of Entertainment Weekly gave the effort a good review, calling the work sophisticated beyond the band members' years and noting that if they can keep up the momentum of this commercially successful debut, Jodeci will be a force to be reckoned with. Los Angeles Times critic Dennis Hunt was less impressed, writing that the singing is so-so, but the production is outstanding. And yes, I already went over the. Well, wait. All right, so let's go over the track listings. So in case, so, so the tracks goes like this: Stay, Come and Talk to Me, Forever My Lady, I'm Still Waiting, You and I, Interlude, My Phone, Gotta Love, Plaything, It's Alright, Treat You, Exes, We Share, Cherish, um, and that's about it. Um, Fried Green Tomatoes. I had never seen that movie, so not interested in that. Anyway, man, we're gonna get to the charts. U.S. Billboard 200, peak position 18 from chart 1991 to 92. U.S. Heat Seekers albums Billboard, 1. U.S. Top R&B Hip Hop albums Billboard 1. U.S. Top R&B Hip Hop albums on Billboard 50. Uh, chart 1992. U.S. Billboard 226. Um, U.S. Top R&B Hip Hop albums Billboard 1. Chart 1993. U.S. Top R&B Hip Hop albums Billboard gives it a position of 96. And and Gotta Love under U.S. Hot and R&B Hip Hop singles and tracks gives it a 79. Forever My Lady, U.S. Billboard Hot 100 25, and U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop singles and tracks is 1. Stay is for U.S. Billboard Hot 100 is 41. U.S. Hot Dance Music maxi single sales 8, and U.S. Hot R&B and Hip Hop singles and tracks 1. Come and Talk to Me 11. U.S. Hot Dance Music maxi single sales 18, and of course U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop singles and tracks 1. U.S. Rhythmic Top 47. I'm still waiting. 85 for U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop singles and tracks 10. Certifications. In the United States, 3 times platinum, 3 million certified units in sales. All right. And now we're gonna go over another album by Jodeci as well, which is Diary of a Mad Band. Is the second studio album from American R&B group Jodeci, released December 21st, 1993 on Uptown Records and distributed through MCA Records. The album also featured the first ever album appearances from Timbaland, Missy Elliott, and Sister. 2 years before the latter group became known in the music industry, New Jersey rapper Redman also makes a guest appearance on the album. It was Jodeci's second album to reach number 1 on the R&B album chart, where it stayed for 2 weeks. It spawned the number 1 R&B hit "Cry for You," the number 2 R&B hit "Fiendin'," and the top 15 R&B hit "What About Us." Despite not being released as a single, the album's opening track, "My Heart Belongs to You," was also a urban radio hit, with it peaking at number 55 and charting for 20 weeks on the Billboard R&B and Hip Hop Airplay chart. To date, the album has sold over 4 million copies in the United States and 6 million worldwide. Give me 1 second. Stay with me. I'm going to get myself a sip of water real quick. All right. Yes, so release and reception, professional ratings. So review scores, source and rating. All Music 4 stars. Chicago Tribune gives it 2 stars. Chris Gal Consumer Guide, I'm not sure what that is. Entertainment Weekly gives it a B plus. Dimitri Ehrlich of Entertainment Weekly wrote that at times bested the group's first, stating that the songs on their sophomore effort often transcend the formulaic his, histronic history histrio history hold on hist histrionics histrionics, okay, that marred their debut. All music critic Ron Wynn deemed the record jarring and mismatched, pre- preferring its sentimental love songs to the sexuality explicit hip hop influence "Come On" numbers, which he found to be in poor taste. Rohan B. Preston from the Chicago Tribune found the lyrics cliched, and Jodeci certainly not as funky as H-Town nor as stirring as Boys to Men at their best. Robert Christgau was even less impressed and assigned it a neither symbol in his consumer guidebook, indicating an album that may impress once or twice with consistent craft or an arresting track or two. It then it won't. All right, so track listing. My Heart Belongs to You, Cry for You, Fiendin', What About Us, Ride and Slide, Alone, You Got It, featuring Redman, Won't Waste You, featuring Missy Elliott, um, in the in the Meanwhile, featuring Timberland, Give Me All You Got, Sweaty, and Jodecito Hotline, and Success. Now we go to the charts. Weekly charts, chart 1994, U.S. Billboard 200, peak position 3, U.S. top R&B hip hop albums Billboard peak position is 1. Year end charts, chart 1994, U.S. Billboard 200, the position is 41. U.S. top R&B hip hop albums Billboard is 6. Now the singles, "Cry for You," U.S. Billboard Hot 100, 15. U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop Singles and Tracks, 1. U.S. Rhythmic Top 40, gives it a 5. Fiendin', U.S. Billboard Hot 100 gives it 25. U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop Singles and Tracks, 2. U.S. U.S. Rhythmic Top 40, 16. What About Us? U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop Singles and Tracks, 14. Now we go to certifications. Um, in the United States, it was rated 2 times platinum, 2 million certified units in sales. Yeah. So there you go, right there. And now we go over the third album. The Show, The After Party, The Hotel is the third studio album from American R&B group Jodeci, released July 18th, 1985 on Uptown Records and distributed through MCA Records. The album was recorded at Daj Helen Studios in Rochester, New York. Um okay. So the album peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart and was third, and it was the third album from the R&B group to reach number 1 on the top R&B hip hop albums chart. By September 1995, it was certified platinum by the RIAA. The album has sold 3,350,000 copies in the US and over 5 million copies worldwide as of March 2015. So professional ratings, review scores, source, and rating. All Music gives it 3 stars. Entertainment Weekly gives it a B. Los Angeles Times 3 stars. Music 3 stars. Rolling Stone Album Guide 1 star. Village Voice B minus. Like, damn, man, a B minus. shit. The album was certified platinum by September 1985. Ron Wynn of AllMusic felt the album itself was poorly edited and sequenced, and though he was critical of the group's overindulgent tendencies and refusal to emphasize radio hits, still stated the album had enough good moments to make it worthwhile for most urban contemporary listeners. Dmitry Ehrlich of Entertainment Weekly gave note to the group's vocal harmonies and the album's production, but felt the work lacked mature lyrics, taken away from Jodeci's authenticity. And we go to the track listings. The show Bring on the Funk, Room 723, Fun Tonight, Room 577, More, The After Party, Get On Up, Room 499, Can We Flow, Zipper, Let's Do It All, PIB Foreplay, Pump It Back, DJ Don Jeremy, Freaking You, Room 454, Devontae's in her mission. It's supposed to be intermission. It's supposed to be intermission. Time and place. Fallen. Love you for life. For you. Good love. And we go to the chart. Chart 1995. U.S. Billboard 200. Peak position is 2 U.S. top R&B hip hop albums. Billboard peak position is 1. Year-end charts. U.S. Billboard 200 74. U.S. top R&B hip hop albums. Billboard is 11. Chart 1996. U.S. Billboard 200. The position is 191. U.S. top R&B hip hop albums. Billboard 55. So 1985, Freaking You, U.S. Billboard Hot 100, 14. Same score is 14. U.S. Dance Music Club Play Singles. U.S. Hot Dance Music Maxi Single Sales 4. U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop Singles and Tracks 3. U.S. Rhythmic Top 40 21. Love You Life. U.S. Billboard Hot 100 31. U.S. Hot Dance Music Maxi Singles 15. U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop Singles and Tracks 8. U.S. Rhythmic Top 40 22. Get On Up. U.S. Billboard Hot 100 is 22. U.S. Dance Music Club Play Singles 10. U.S. Hot Dance Music Maxi Singles Sales 6. U.S. Hot R&B Hip Hop Singles and Tracks 4. U.S. Rhythmic Top 40 15. Okay, certifications. United States, it went platinum, 1 million units, certified unit in sales. All right. Now we go to the last part of which was the fourth album. The Past, the Present, the Future is the fourth studio album from American R&B group Jodeci, released on March 31st, 2015 on Spinks Music Entertainment and distributed through Epic Records. It is the group's first studio album in 20 years. Damn, that's crazy. That long? Professional ratings, aggregate scores, source rating. Metacritic gives it 69 out of 100. Review scores, source rating. All Music gives it 4.5 stars. Clash 3 out of 10. Exclaim 5 out of 10. Pitchfork 7 out of 10. Shit. On October 20th, 2014, it was announced by Centric and BET that Jodeci would be making their way back onto the music scene after a hiatus of nearly 2 decades at the 2014 Soul Train Awards by performing a melody of their hits and also debuting a new song titled Nobody Wins, their first single in 18 years, which features rapper B.O.B., the idiot who fucking said that the earth was flat. Yeah, everybody's not gonna forget that shit though, man. Group member Mr. Dalvin explained the long-awaited release of their new music to Yahoo Music. Sometimes it's just the wrong timing, said Mr. Dalvin, explaining why the group has not released any new music since 1996. Get on up. You can fall into the trap that a lot of artists fall into by just putting records out there because fans are excited and start tarnishing your legacy and body of work you've created. People waited all these years for some quality music, not just throwing music out there. On November 30th, 2014, at the Soul Train Awards, the Bad Boys of R&B reunited and performed a melody of their hits, Freaking You, Stay, Come and Talk to Me, and Forever My Lady, along with a snippet of their new single Nobody Wins with rapper B.O.B. Um, okay. All right. I'm not even gonna go over the production part. I'm not gonna. I don't. Not gonna go over the production part. So let's go to the. All right, singles. On December 21st, 2014, Jodeci released the full-length version of the new song Nobody Wins, along with a lyric video that features domestic violence hotline information. Domestic violence has always been an issue in relationships, but because of the caliber of people being charged recently, it's being brought to the forefront. Davin said about the song's content in an interview with Rolling Stone. It's definitely something people are going to listen to because domestic violence should not be tolerated in any situation, not just between men and women, but people in general. After the release of Nobody Wins, Jodeci returned with their official lead single Every Moment on January 28th, 2015, followed by the announcement of signing an exclusive deal with Epic Records and an album release um under Louis Burrows' label Spinks Music Entertainment, with Burrow being the executive producer for the album and also the brother and former manager of rapper MC Hammer. The music video for Every Moment debuted on February 25th, 2015. It was directed by Hype Williams in Aspen, Colorado. Williams previously directed the group's video for Fiendin'. And as for the commercial success, the album debuted at number 23 on the U.S. Billboard 200 and at number 2 on R&B albums chart, selling 27,000 copies. All right, critical reception. The past, the present, the future received generally favorable reviews from music critics. At Metacritic, which assigns a normalized rating out of 100 to reviews from mainstream critics, the album received an average score of 69 based on 7 reviews. Anupa Mystery from Pitchfork wrote that Jodeci, led by producer singer Devante Swing, remains a group of soul classicists, um, thematically inspired by the intimacy and lewdness of sex and buttressed. Oh shit, buttressed. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. That's crazy. That's one of the weirdest words I've ever seen. But anyway, by the aesthetic and energy of hip hop. John Caramanica of the New York Times described the best Jodeci songs as slick marches that focus on the body, like the album's Checking for You and Stress Reliever. Atop it all is KC. He may have roots in the church, but the Lord's favor isn't what his music typically craves. When Casey is seducing, he's pleading and moist. Oh shit. Oh man, and he gets better as he devours his finest moments, less about lyrics than post-verbal utterances. One exception here is Jennifer in Anguish Ballad that shows off some of Casey and JoJo's peak harmonizing. Jim Farber of the New York Daily News gave it 4 out of 5 stars, writing the past, the present, the future reconstitutes a particular blend of voices that helped define early 1990s R&B. The new Jodeci songs aren't just about recalling the past. There's a sense of the present in the production of Timbaland and group member Devontae Swing. It gives the voices a richer, deeper setting than they had way way back when. One song, Jennifer, written by Swing, breaks with this essential style with a pure pop melody the group has rarely allowed. Andy Kellman from AllMusic described the album as a confident, refined return, a necessary one in a field starving for group harmony singing. It's it's as solid as a reasonable longtime fan could expect, with the past and the present indeed woven together throughout. All right, so track listings. Too Hot, Show Out, Checking for You, Those Things, Every Moment, Nobody Wins, featuring B.O.B. Incredible, Jennifer, Body Parts, featuring Mila J. Stress Reliever, Show Out, featuring Lloyd Banks. Hold on. Show Out, featuring Leanna Banks. Wait, oh shit. I didn't know Leanna Banks was on that track. He word? I gotta listen to that shit, man. I gotta listen to that track, man. And Nobody Wins. So there you go, right there. Um, damn, that's crazy. Okay. Weekly chart 2015 U.S. Billboard 200. Peak position 23. U.S. top R&B hip hop albums Billboard 6. U.S. top R&B hip hop albums Billboard 66. Okay, so awards. Yeah, they did win some awards too. They did win some awards from Billboard Music Award, Soul Train Music Award for Best R&B Soul Album, Group, Band, or Duo. Soul Train Music Award for Best R&B Single, R&B and Soul Single lately. North Carolina Music Hall of Fame, and Billboard Music Award for Top R&B Album, Top R&B Song, and Top R&B Artist. All right. Up next is another R&B legendary group is Silk. Silk is an American R&B group formed in 1989 in Atlanta, Georgia, aka Hotlanta, Georgia, if you know what I mean. They are best known for their 1993 hit single "Freak Me," which reached #1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. Right, so we go to their career. Well, wait, yeah, career. Silk is best known for their hit singles "Freak Me" and "Happy Days" from their debut album Lose Control. Another hit from Lose Control, "Girl You For Me," helped the album reach double platinum status. They later had success with singles such as "I Can Go Deep," Hooked on You," "Don't Rush," If You," and of course "Meeting in My Bedroom," and "We're Calling You." In 1984, Silk won Album of the Year for "Lose Control" at the Soul Train Music Awards. Silk was discovered by the musician Keith Sweat. The group was originally a quintet made up of Timothy Timzo Cameron, James Jimmy Gates, Jr., Jonathan John Rasborough, Tiger Graham, and Albert Allen. Gary Big G Glenn and Gary Little G Jenkins joined shortly after the departures of Graham and Allen. In 2002, Silk left the label and took a hiatus. That same year, Jenkins went on to pursue other interests and made his stage debut in 2002 as AJ in the Tyler Perry play Medea's Family Reunion. He resurfaced musically in 2007 with his solo debut, The Other Side. Silk and Sweat both appeared in the group Black Man United on the song You Will Know, which is featured on soundtrack for the movie Jason's Lyric. Silk also um, has also appeared on the soundtracks for Booty Call, Feel Good, Made in America, uh, Does He Do It Good with Keith Sweat, from the all time classic A Low Down Dirty Shame, um, I Can Go Deep, and Blank Man Cry On. And in 2003 and down to the quartet, Silk released their fifth studio album, Silk Time, on their own label, Silk Music Group. The album featured the song Silk Time by My Girl Alibi More You, the baby song, Check My Story, and a cover version of Blue Magic's Sideshow. That song reunited them with their mentor Keith Sweat. The album appeared the album appeared in the Billboard 200. In 2006, the group returned with their sixth release, a covers album entitled Always and Forever on Shinachi Records. The album featured covers of R&B songs including Adore by Prince, Always and Forever by Heatwave. Ooh, that's that right there. And Secret Garden by Quincy Jones. Secret Garden was the first and only single. Um, Jenkins has since reunited with Silk, and their seventh album, Quiet Storm, um, was released on March 18th, 2016 on Shin- Shinachi Records. In 2018, Silk celebrated 25 years in the music business with two star-studded concerts, one at BB King's in New York in February and the other in Atlanta in March. They were also honored with an episode on the popular series Unsung that same year. And I already so let's go over all right, so Lose Control was released November 17th, 1992. Um, and the label was Elektra. US 7. This is the peak chart positions. US R&B 1. What is it? Australia 45. Canada 8. And it was 2 times platinum, and in Canada gave it a gold. Um, okay, Silk released their other project November 28th, 1985. Elektra, US gives it 46, US R&B gives it 10, and UK gives it 130. US gold. Um, 1989 Tonight, released March 23rd, 1999. Um, Former label Elektra. Um, so the US is 21, US R&B 8, and US platinum And then there's Love Session, release date June 12th, 2001. Um, so the US is 20, US R&B 2. Um, wait, no, yeah, Love Session. I'm sorry, yeah, Love Session. Yeah, that's Love Session right there. And Silk Time was released in September 23rd, 2003. Former label. Okay, wait, hold on. So Silk and Liquid 8. 178 for US R&B 30. Always and Forever US R&B is for the album right here. Always and Forever was released October 17, 2006, and former label Shinachi Records. Of course, 23. Quiet Storm was released March  18, 2016. Shinachi, which is 26. Compilation albums, of course. Album details. 2004, The Best of Silk. May 25th, 2004. Former label Elektra, and the peak position for US R&B is 54. Okay, so 1992, Happy Days, US 86, US R&B 13. Freak Me, US 1, US R&B 1, Australia 3, Canada 43. What is it? NLD. I'm not sure what that is, but NLD 42. New Zealand, UK. No, hold on. New Zealand 9, UK 46. Hold on. I think that's. Hold on. Not sure. But anyway, girl for girl, you for me. US is 26. Actually, girl for me, and of course, Loose Control. Actually, um, yeah, 26 under US R&B for Australia 57, New Zealand 30, UK 67. Actually, I didn't get a chance to read that. So US platinum, Australia 2 times platinum. It had to be you. 109 for US, 45 for US R&B. Baby is you. UK is 44. I can go deep. 71 on the US, 22 on the US and R&B. Hooked on You 54 US R&B 12, and New Zealand is 11, and UK 77. And of course, Don't Rush, all-time classic. 91 for US, 39 US R&B. And If You Loving Me, 13 is US R&B 4. And this is, what is it? New Zealand, 28, and New Zealand. No, hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, If You Loving Me, 13, 4, 28 US Gold. Meeting in My Bedroom, 62 US, 15 US and R&B. Let's Make Love, US R&B, 58. We're Calling You, 56 on the US R&B. Ebony Eyes, um, no data for Silk Time. Sideshow, 66, and the rest is just history. So anyway, man. I'm not sure if I want to. Let me see how much time I have here. All right, I think I can wing this. let's wing this though. Forgot to wing this, so let's just get to yeah. So we went over the discography. Okay, cool. Now we are going to we're gonna go into a little thing. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Before I forget, let me make sure that I have the topics. Okay. All right. So let's go to a little thing that I like to call the Chillax Man Cave Popcorn Lounge, right? And in this segment, we're gonna go over the a TV show which is surprisingly based on the video game called Halo, which I didn't even know about this shit though, man, which is crazy though, man. So let me oh man. This is very interesting right here, man. So let me just make some noise right here, man. Let me make some noise, man. Seriously. Um yeah. All right. Okay. Obviously, Halo, also known as the Halo series, is an American military science fiction television series developed by Kyle Killen and Stephen Kane for the streaming service Paramount Plus, based on the video game franchise of the same name. Produced by Showtime Network's 343 Industries, Amblin Television, One Big Picture, and Chapter 11. The series follows a 26th century war between the United Nations, Space Command, and the Covenant, a, a theocratic military alliance of several advanced alien races determined to eradicate the human race. And this is and here's the cast. The cast goes like this. Um, Pablo Schreiber, Shabana Asmi, Natasha Kozak, Olive Gray, Yaren Ha, Bentley Kalu, Kate Kennedy, the late great Charlie Murphy. I didn't even know he was in there. Danny Sapani, Jen Taylor, Bokeem Woodbine, and Natasha McElhone. All right, so it has 9 episodes already in season 1, so not sure if it's going to be renewed. And the budget for this is 90 to 200 million dollars. Yes. Um Pablo Schreiber and Jen Taylor star as Master Chief Petty Officer John 117 and Cortana, with the latter reprising her role from the video game series, and are joined by Shabana Azmi, Natasha Kozak, Olive Gray, Yaren Ha, Bentley Kalu, Kate Kennedy, late great Charlie Murphy, Danny Sapani, Bokeem Woodbine, and Natasha McElhone. Development for a television series began in 2013. Killen was hired in June 2018, and the series officially announced a 9 episode order for Paramount Plus. Filming began in Ontario, Canada in October 2019. Although post production for the first 5 episodes was affected due to the COVID-19 slamdemic, filming eventually resumed at Budapest, Hungary in February 2021. Halo premiered on March 24th, 2022 on Paramount Plus, with the series already renewed for a second season. A portion of the series was shown at South by Southwest on March 14, 2022. Yes. This is exciting. This is very exciting. It's funny that it to a second season, man. That's interesting right there, man. So wow. Yeah. Yeah. So congratulations on Halo getting a second season, man. So Halo is set to follow an epic 26th century conflict between humanity and an alien threat known as the Covenant. Halo will weave deeply drawn personal stories with action, adventure, and a richly imagined vision of the future. Executive producer Kiki Wolfkill Wolfkill oh man, reviewed that the series is a standalone story that takes place within its own silver timeline that is separate from and inspired by the core canon and lore of the transmedia franchise rather than a continuation, adaptation, prequel, or sequel. Explaining that they wish to give the two Halo canons a chance to evolve individually to suit their media. This decision has been compared to how Marvel Studios has adapted the Marvel comics into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Um. Okay. So I'm not gonna go into the development, man, of the production. I'm not gonna go there. So the marketing. The first trailer for the series debuted online during the 2022 AFC Championship game, while also revealing the March release date. Broadcast. The first two episodes premiered ahead of release of March 14th at the 2022 South by Southwest Film Festival. The series then debuted on Paramount Plus on March 24th, 2022 of this year. The first episode set a record as Paramount Plus's most watched series premiere globally in its first 24 hours, though no exact viewership numbers were revealed. In the United Kingdom, the first episode of the series premiered on Channel 5 on June 22nd, 2022, to promote the launch of the Paramount Plus streaming service in that country. Now we go to reception. The first season currently holds an approval rating of 69% based on 69 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, with an average rating of 6.65 out of 10. The website Some Critics Consensus reads Halo is too derivative of better science fiction series to emerge a fully formed elite, but glimmers of promise and faithfulness to the source material signal it's not out of the fight just yet. On Metacritic, the show has a weighted average score of 61 out of 100 based on 19 critic reviews, indicating generally favorable reviews. Jesse Sheedine of IGN rated the first season a 7 out of 10, saying it is by no means a perfect adaptation of the beloved source material. However, he later backed it up with with this is an adaptation willing to take some risks, and those risks tend to pay off. Although the acting of the main cast and the action scenes has been praised, the series has met criticism over the quality of its writing, changes made to the source material, and the mischaracterizing of certain characters. The Master Chief has been described as acting out of character compared to his core canon counterpart, and K1 Ha, an original character created for the Silver Timeline canon, has received negative reception due to her story being perceived as too disjointed and divorced from the main plot line of the series and the Halo universe. Ooh. The sex scene between the Master Chief, John, and McKay, another original character created for the Silver Timeline canon, in its eighth episode of this first season, has received a polarized reaction from audiences and critics. Discussions included whether the scene was contrived and forced, whether the Master Chief had committed a war crime by having sex with a prisoner of war who was unable to properly provide her consent, and whether this was considered as a typical behavior of the Master Chief in comparison to the core canon. Oh wow. Wow. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. Yeah. Yeah. Kiki Wolfkill. the oh shit. The studio head of Transmedia at 343 Industries and an executive producer of the show defended the addition of the scene, stating that while the creative team had a lot of conversation leading up to whether to do that or not, and there's a lot of different opinions and voices that the scene was necessary in order to humanize John by providing him with a human connection with someone in order to end the season with him as a fully defined character. Marcus Leto, one of the co-creators of the first Halo game, stated that the show is not the Halo I made, but later stated that he never said he didn't like it. So yeah. All right. So all right, let's go to. Hold on a second, man. Um, hold on a second. Let's go to. All right, we're gonna review the Halo game and a little thing that I like to call the video game chamber for all you gamers out there. I know everybody probably got the game already. I've probably seen the show already, so let's get into it right now. Mm-hmm. All right. Halo is a military science fiction media franchise, which is also the game that we're going to be reviewing today. So the franchise is currently managed and developed by 343 Industries and owned by published by Xbox Game Studios. Primarily taking place in the 26th century, the franchise centers on conflict between humanity and a variety of alien species. Damn. The artifacts of a long disappeared race. The Forerunners play a key role. The Eponymous, no, Eponymous, excuse me, Halo array are immense, habitable, and ring-shaped super weapons that were created by the Forerunners to destroy the parasitic flood, but which the alien covenant mistake for religious artifacts of transcendence. The series launched with the first-person shooter video game Halo Combat Evolved, and its tie-in novel, The Fall, excuse me, The Fall of Reach in 2001. The latest main game, Halo Infinite, was released in 2021. Um, all right, so Halo Combat Evolved, right? Came out in November 15th, 2001, and Halo Infinite came out in December 8th, 2021. So these are the two. All right, hold on. So the games in the series are critically acclaimed, with the original considered the Xbox's killer app. This led to the term Halo Killer. Oh no, Halo Killer. Oh man, hold on. Halo Killer. Oh my gosh. Being used to describe console games that aspire or are considered to be better than Halo. Fueled by the success of Halo Combat Evolved and by marketing campaigns from publisher Microsoft, its sequels went on to record-breaking sales. The games the games has sold over 81 million copies worldwide, with more than 6 billion in franchise grosses. Halo has since become one of the highest grossing media franchises of all time, spanning multiple best-selling novels, graphic novels, comic books, short movies, animated movies, and feature films, as well as other licensed products. All right. So the game series. Let's see. Let's see. There's so many. There's so many of them. So many of them right now, man. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to the other Mario Brothers review. So let's get into. Hold on. Let's get into Halo Combat Evolved. Halo Combat Evolved is a 2001 first-person shooter game developed by Bungie and published by Microsoft Game Studios. It was released as a launch game for Microsoft's Xbox video game console on November 15, 2001. The game was ported to Microsoft Windows and Mac OS X in 2003. It was later released as a downloadable Xbox original for the Xbox 360. Halo is set in the 26th century, with the player assuming the role of the Master Chief, a cybernetically enhanced super soldier. The Chief is accompanied by Cortana, an artificial intelligence. Players battle aliens as they attempt to uncover the secrets of the eponymous Halo, a ring-shaped artificial world. Obviously, yeah. Okay, so yeah, so the release was November 15th, 2001, and in Europe, Europe released that March 14th, 2002. Microsoft Windows, um, uh, North America, September 30th, 2003. Europe, October 10th, 2003. Mac OS X. North America, December 3rd, 2003. Xbox 360, North America, December 4th, 2007. Bungie began the development of what would eventually become Halo CE in 1997. Initially, the game was a real-time strategy game that morphed into a third-person shooter before becoming a first-person shooter. During development, Microsoft acquired Bungie and turned Halo into a launch game for its first video game console, the Xbox. Halo was a critical and commercial success, and is often praised as one of the greatest video games ever made. The game's popularity led to labels such as Halo Clone and Halo Killer applied to games either similar to or anticipated to be better than it. Its sequel, Halo 2, was released for the original Xbox in 2004, and the game spawned a multi-billion-dollar multimedia franchise that incorporates games, books, toys, and films. The game inspired and was used in the fan-created Red vs. Blue video series, which is credited as one of the first major successes of Machinima. Yeah, Machinima The technique of using real-time 3D engines often from video games to create animated films. More than 6 million copies have been sold worldwide by November 2005. A remake of the game's campaign, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, was released for Xbox 360 by 343 Industries on the 10th anniversary of the original game's launch. Anniversary was re-released alongside the original competitive multiplayer as part of Halo, the Master Chief Collection in 2004. Now we go to the gameplay. Um, then we go to the gameplay. The gameplay, Halo Combat Evolved is a first-person shooter game in which players experience gameplay in a 3D environment almost entirely from a first-person view. The player can move around and look up, down, left, or right. The game features vehicles ranging from armored 4x4s and tanks to alien hovercraft and aircraft, many of which can be controlled by the player. The game switches to a third person perspective during vehicle use for pilots and mounted guns. Mounted gun operators, passengers maintain a first person view. The game's heads up display includes a motion tracker that registers moving allies, moving or firing enemies and vehicles in a certain radius of the player. The player character is equipped with an energy shield that nullifies damage from weapon fire and forceful impacts. The shield's charge appears to as a blue bar in the corner of the game's heads-up display, and it automatically recharges if no damage is sustained for a brief period. When the shield is fully depleted, the player becomes highly vulnerable, and further damage reduces the hit points on their health meter. When this health meter reaches zero, the character dies and the game reloads from a saved checkpoint. Health can be replenished through the collection of health packs scattered around the game's levels. Halo's arsenals consist of weapons from science fiction. The game has been praised for giving each weapon a unique purpose, thus making each useful in different scenarios. For example, plasma weapons need time to cool if fired too rapidly, but cannot be reloaded and must be discarded upon depletion of their batteries. Whereas conventional firearms cannot overheat, but require reloading and ammunition. The contrast to the large weapon inventories of contemporary FPS games, Halo players may carry only two weapons at once, allowing the players to make tactical decisions when managing firearms. Halo departs from traditional FPS conventions by not forcing the player character to holster its firearm before deploying grenades or melee range blunt instrumentals. Instead, both attacks can be utilized while a gun is still equipped, supplanting and supplementing small arms fire. Like the game's other weapons, the two types of grenades differ. The fragmentation grenade bounces and detonates quickly, whereas the plasma grenade adheres to targets before exploding. The game's main enemy force is the Covenant, a group of alien species allied by belief in a common religion. Their force include elites, fierce warriors protected by recharging energy shields similar to the player's own grunts. Which are short, cowardly creatures who are usually led by elites in battle and often flee in terror instead of fighting in the absence of a leading elite. Jackals. Oh shit. Oh shit. Originally space pirates, oh shit, who wear a highly durable energy shield on one arm and a form of handgun on the other, and hunters large powerful creatures composed of small worm-like colonies with thick armor plates that cover the majority of their bodies, and a large assault cannon that fires explosive rounds of green plasma. A secondary enemy is the Flood, a parasite alien life form that appears in several variants. Another enemy is the Sentinels, aerial robots designed by an extinct race called the Forerunners to protect their structures and prevent flood outbreaks. Sentinels are able to hover around in enclosed spaces and produce an energy shield when under attack. They lack durability, but useful, powerful laser weapons, and are immune to infection by the Flood. The artificial intelligence in Halo has been favorably received. The player is often aided by United Nations Space Command Marines who offer ground support as such as manning gun turrets or riding shotgun while the player is driving the vehicle. Um, Multiplayer split screen mode allows two players to cooperatively play through Halo's campaign. The game also includes 5 competitive multiplayer modes, which all can be customized for between 2 to 16 players. Up to 4 players may play split screen on Xbox One, and further players can join using a system link feature that allows up to 4 Xbox consoles to be connected together and into a local area network. Halo lacks artificially intelligent game bots and was released before the launch of the Xbox Live online multiplayer service. Therefore, LAN parties are needed to reach the game's 16-player limit. A setup that was a first for a console game, but was often deemed impractical by critics. Aside from this limitation, Halo's multiplayer components were generally well received and is widely considered one of the best multiplayer games of all time. Although the Xbox version of Halo lacks official support for online multiplayer play, third-party packet tunneling software provide unofficial ways around this limitation. The Windows and Macintosh ports of Halo support online matches involving up to 16 players and include multiplayer maps, not in the original Xbox release. However, cooperative play was removed from the ports because it would have required large amounts of recording to implement. In April 2014, it was announced that GameSpy's servers and matchmaking on which Halo PC relied would be shut down by May 31st of the same year. A team of fans and Bungie employees announced they would produce a patch for the game to keep its multiplayer servers online. The patch was released on May 16th, 2014. All right, reception. Metacritic gives Xbox 97 out of 100, and the PC 83 out of 100. Um, All Game gives it 4 stars. Edge 10 out of 10. Eurogamer 8 out of 10. Game Informer 9.5 out of 10. GameSpot 9.7 out of 10. GameSpy 80 out of 100. IGN 9.7 out of 10. Next Generation 5 stars. OXM 9.5 out of 10. Let's see. Let's see what else can we talk about. Oh, all right. Halo received universal acclaim according to review aggregator Metacritic based on reviews from 68 professional critics. Steve Curran's review for Edge
praised the game as the most important launch game for any console ever and commented GoldenEye was the standard for multiplayer console combat. It has been surpassed. GameSpot claimed that Halo's single game player game is worth picking up in Xbox 4 alone, including not only is this easily the best of the Xbox launch games, but it's easily one of the best shooters ever on any platform. IGN remarked similarly, calling Halo a can't miss no brainer. Sure thing, 5-star, triple a game. Gary Whitter of official Xbox magazine calling uh, Halo a stunning achievement. All game editor Jonathan Licata praised Bungie for doing a remarkable job with Halo, taking many successful elements, from previous standouts in the genre to make one very playable game. Among the specific aspects that reviewers praised were the balance of weapons, the role of driven vehicles, and the artificial intelligence of enemies. Um, Yes. So the game received numerous Game of the Year awards, including those of the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences, Electronic Gaming Monthly, Edge, and IGN. GameSpot named Halo the third best console game of 2001, and it won the publication's annual Best Xbox Game and among console games. Best Shooting Game awards, it was a runner up in the best sound category. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded Halo Best Console Game, and Rolling Stone presented it with their Best Original Soundtrack Award. Halo also won the Electric Playground's 2001's Best Console Shooter Award and Spike Video Game Awards for Best PC Game in 2003. The Xbox version of Halo received more than 40 awards. The Next Generation reviewed the Xbox version of the game, rating it 5 stars out of 5, and stated that if you didn't think there was a reason to buy an Xbox, Halo will change your mind. Although Halo's overall reception was largely positive, the game received criticism for its level design. GameSpy commented, "You'll trudge through countless hallways and control rooms that all look exactly the same, fighting identical looking groups of enemies over and over and over. It is simply frustrating to see a game with such groundbreaking sequences too often degenerate into this kind of mindless, repetitive action." Yeah. Similarly, an article on GameStudies.org remarked in the latter part of the game, the scenarios rely on repetition and quantity rather than innovativeness and quality. Eurogamer concluded Halo is very much a game of two halves. Um, the first half is fast, exciting, beautifully designed, and constantly full of surprises. The second half is festooned with gobsmacking plot twists and great cinematics, but let down by repetitive paint by numbers level design. Halo was released prior to the launch of Xbox Live, and the lack of both online multiplayer and bots to simulate human players was criticized by GameSpy. In 2003, GameSpy included Halo in a list of top 25 most overrated games of all time. Halo's PC port received generally favorable reviews, garnering a score of 83% on Metacritic. GameSpot stated that it was still an incredible game and a true classic, awarding it 9.0 out of 10. It received a score of 8.2 out of 10 from IGN, who stated, "If you've played the game on the Xbox, there's not much for you here. Eurogamer called the game a missed opportunity, but stated that the online multiplayer component was a massive draw for Halo veterans. And Halo has been praised as one of the greatest video games rather of all time, and was ranked by IGN as the fourth best first-person shooter made. The game's popularity led to labels such as Halo Clone and Halo Killer applied to games either similar to or anticipated to be better than it. In 2017, the Strong National Museum of Play inducted Halo to its World Video Game Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good, though. Now, let me see how much time I got here. All right. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to have time to go over the other Halo games. I'm gonna save those for another time. So we're gonna go to Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is the 2021 first-person shooter game developed by 343 Industries and published by Xbox Game Studios. It is the sixth mainline entry in the Halo series and the third in the Reclaimer saga, following Halo 5 Guardians. Um, the campaign follows the human super soldier Master Chief and his fight against an enemy banished on the Forerunner ring world Zeta Halo, also known as Installation 07. Unlike previous installments in the series, the multiplayer portion of the game is free to play. Infinite was planned for release as a launch game with the Xbox Series X. Xbox Series X/S on November 10th, 2020, but was delayed in August 2020. Following an open beta release of the multiplayer component in November 15th, 2021, coinciding with the franchise's 20th anniversary, the campaign was released for Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X/S um, on December 8th, 2021. Halo Infinite received generally favorable reviews from critics, with some deeming the game a return to form for the series. Praise was directed towards its visuals, gameplay, open world design, soundtrack, and story. And we're gonna go to the gameplay. Once again, we're going to go to the gameplay. Like past Halo games, Halo Infinite is a shooter with most gameplay taking place from a first-person perspective. Players use a number of weapons and vehicles commonly found in the Halo series, such as the Warthog. The game features several new abilities for player character Master Chief, such as the grapple shot, which enables him to pull himself towards foes or retrieve items. The campaign mode features a semi-open world structure. Players can freely explore parts of the setting. The ring worlds Zeta Halo, which are segmented off from each other and initially impassable, scattered throughout the environment are forward operating bases, which can be cleared of enemies and captured. Captured bases served as fast travel points. Also found across Zeta Halo's surface are other points of interest, such as high value targets to eliminate, Marine squads to rescue, and banish propaganda towers to destroy. Completing these side objectives earn the player valor, um, which is to earn new weapons and vehicles. Players can call in from forward operating bases. The there are also more lenient environments within the ring surface that um Hugh. Wait, is it Hugh? yeah. Yeah. It's more to traditional Halo mission design. These dungeons advance the story and cannot be replayed once completed. Collectibles found in the environment, such as audio logs. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Let me get that. Yeah, audio logs provide additional story details. Infinite features a multiplayer component with deathmatch, capture the flag, and other modes available in standard 4 versus 4. And big team battle variants. The latter bumps the player count in matches up from 8 up to 24. New to multiplayer are ability pickups, which allow player to activate a special power a limited number of times, such as dashing, active camouflage, and repulsor charges that can knock enemies and projectiles back. Infinite also has a set of training modes for new players. Players can try out weapons and weapon drills or play against computer controlled bot players in practice matches. Um, all right, reception. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go to the chart. Let's go to the chart. Metacritic gives gives what is it? XSXS 87 out of 100. PC 80 out of 100. Now publication review scores Destructoid 9 out of 10, Game Informer 9.25 out of 10. Game Revolution. Um Game Revolution gives it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5 stars. GameSpot 9 out of 10. Games Radar Plus 5.5 stars. IGN 9 out of 10. PC Gamer US 78 out of 100. PC Games N 8 out of 10. PC Mag 4.5 out of 5. VG 247 5 stars. Um yeah. Now we go to the accolades. All right. Now we go to the accolades real quick. So Game Awards 2020, Golden Joystick Awards, most got a nomination for most anticipated game and most wanted game, and the 2021 Game Awards 2021, Player's Voice won that award. Game Developers Choice Award, Best Technology, got a nomination, Outstanding Achievement in Audio Design, got a 25th Annual Dice Award nomination. Action of the Year and Online Game of the Year won that award. The 18th British Academy Games Awards, Audio Achievement, Multiplayer Game, Music, Golden Reel Awards 2021, Outstanding Achievement in Sound Editing Game Audio, New York Game Awards 2022, Big Apple Award for Game of the Year, Outstanding Control Design 3D, Outstanding Control Precision, got nominations. Outstanding Game Franchise Action for the NAVGTR Awards is the winner. Outstanding Graphics Technical got a nomination. Outstanding Original Dramatic Score Franchise won that award. Outstanding Sound Effects um, got a nomination. South by Southwest Gaming Awards, Excellence in Multiplayer, Stream Awards, Better with Friends, They all got nominations. Video game accessibility awards. Um, one for clear text and training grounds, and of course the Game Audio Network Awards right here. Best main theme got a nomination. Best original soundtrack album got a nomination. Best physical soundtrack release one is the winner. Creative and technical achievement in music. Um, Best UI reward or objective sound design got a nomination. Game, yes, yeah. Creative and technical achievements in sound design. Best assembled cast. Best voice performance. Darren DePaul as Escharam. Best voice performance. Gene Taylor as Katana. Best cinematic and cutscene audio. All got nominations. Excellence in audio accessibility is the winner. All right, so let's go to some, like, I'm not gonna have time to go over the Super Mario Brothers games and stuff. I'll probably do that I'll save that in a future episode. So all right, so in some gaming news, we got some games that's coming out in July. So let's go over what's going to come out in July in case you guys want to cop them or you know what I mean. Let's see. What's today? The 15th. Oh, okay. Yeah, I already did that. Did that. Let me. Okay. All right. Let's start with July 19th. Um. Yes. As Dusk Falls, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC. Um. Alien Extinction is forever for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Um, Also coming out July 19th, which is a Tuesday. Fallen Angel, Switch, PC. Yeah, Nintendo Switch, PC. Yeah, Nintendo on July 19th. Into the Breach, iOS, Android comes out July 19th. Stray, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PS. No, excuse me, PlayStation 4, PC, July 19th. Um, Coming out on the 21st of this month, Bright Memory Infinite, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Switch. Um, Koromon for Nintendo Switch, July 21st. Live, live, live on Switch, July 22nd. Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town, PlayStation 4 comes out July 26th. Um, Octopath Traveler, Champions of the Continent for iOS, Android, July 27th. Bear and for PC, July 28th. Also coming out on the 28th is Lost Epic for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PC. Digimon Survive, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, PC, July July 29th. Um Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Switch for July 29th. So there you go right there. All right. Next time in gaming news, I am going to actually go over what's going to come out in August. So there you go right there. And like I said, let me see how much time we got here. And like I said, I probably might not have enough time to actually I might not have enough time to actually wait a minute, man. You know what? Yeah, I might not have enough time. So let me just I'm gonna save the Mario Brothers games for another time because I might not have enough time after to get ready for work tomorrow. So I'm gonna wrap this episode up, man, in a bow right here, man, and I'll just save the rest. Whatever I don't get to, I'll get to it next time. So there you go, right there. So listen, man. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode 71, titled Halo as the review. Um, and I didn't get a chance to go over the rest of the Mario Brothers games. I'm going to save that for a future episode. So don't worry about that. I'll get to it. And now I am going to go to a segment that I like to call podcast free game mechanisms right here, man. And it's been a long time since I actually did this, so let me just go into it right now, man. Hold on. All right. Now this segment's for all the people who are interested in making a podcast. Um, like I'm doing right now with 3 shows underneath my belt. I am going to guide you and help you on how to start a podcast. So there you go. First things first. The key important equipment that you need to start a podcast is you need headphones. Like you need headphones. You also need a microphone. Now it doesn't have to be anything too expensive. It could be a Yeti microphone. It could be an Voxcon A800 model that I'm using. You can find the microphones in Best Buy. You have it in. You're probably gonna find it in Target. You could try Amazon. You could try Walmart as well. And also, if you have a unique name that you have a unique name for your show, and of course that makes sense to you. Um, Make sure it represents you, so you don't feel like you're being repetitive on whatever it is. So, anyway, also you need a laptop to do your live stream recording, which is very important actually, and alongside with a supporting software. You need a supporting software, and this is where StreamYard comes in, and it's the software that I use to add my YouTube channels. 3 of my YouTube channels actually. You can add some YouTube channels, some Twitch channels. You could add Facebook. I don't know too many people who use LinkedIn, so I don't really use LinkedIn. So I just stick to YouTube. So that's just me. Um, so yeah, and it allows you to send invite links to people um, to come to your live streams, like recording like an episode or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And and um, and you can also set up a StreamYard account too. You can use your email address or the podcast show email address. So you know what I'm saying. So you don't really miss a beat. Um, Also, what you want to do is this. Uh, what you want to do is this. You want to make sure you have your sound quality checked out. You know, do a mic test so you don't have to worry about any feedback, any echoes, or anything like that. And you don't necessarily need a fancy studio to actually record your podcast episodes whatsoever. Um, and it's not mandatory, folks.
Nobody said it was fucking mandatory, so don't worry about all that shit though, man. And you know the reason why I didn't want to use the studio is because I wanted to actually, save some money. I'm recording in my own room with everything that I need. I don't need all that fancy shit. That fancy shit may work for some people, but it may not work for a lot of people, including myself. So there you go, right there. So another thing about podcasting is that you have to figure out what gets you into your zone, which, in other words, you need to feel comfortable in your voice, and of course confidence is important as well. So there you go, right there. Um, and it's very important that you use StreamYard, which is the best software, which is basically better than Zoom, by the way. I don't really use Zoom, so you know what I'm saying. I'm just recommending StreamYard to everybody out there that's interested in starting a podcast. So, if you need any help on what type of equipments that you need to start a podcast or whatever, don't worry, I got you, man. I mean, I got everything that I need right here: two ring lights, a laptop, headphones, a mic. I don't need the fancy shit in studios and stuff. I don't need it. So I'm good. Anyway, man, a last segment of the night um is stream choices on the go. Listen, folks, if you like what you heard, feel free to show some love by following Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast on Instagram, alongside with my other show, the Sports Edition show, Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast. And of course, Off the Meat Rat Chains New York podcast is on Facebook and Instagram. Um, Turn on your notifications on the gram so you don't miss any updates, any postings of when the episodes are going to be dropping. And of course, I might drop a selfie. I might drop a selfie of myself and stuff in the mall, whatever. I mean, I don't really go out as much, so you know what I'm saying. But anyway, man. So if you like to send a voice message, you can go to the link in bio where it says Linktree/Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast. Yeah, yeah. Linktree/Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast. You When you click on there, you're gonna see the name of the show. You go to anchor.fm/Meticulous Vibe Juice Pod, and you're going to see the word message on there, and you're going to leave a voice message if you have any questions, any thoughts and talks, or what you thought about the reviews that we just did in music. There's TV, movies, games, whatever it is, man. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. And speaking of Anchor, man, this is where you can listen to the episodes, and make sure you follow the show on every streaming platform whatsoever. Very important. All right. So Anchor, Audible, Audacity, Amazon Music. There's Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, and of course, you are more than welcome to actually give a 5-star rating on Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify. And you can also listen to Meticulous Vibes podcast review show on Radio Public, alongside with iHeartRadio, the number one app for music
radio, and podcast. Make sure you follow my other shows. It's on iHeartRadio, which is the Sports Edition show of Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, and off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast as well. So make sure you follow those two right there, as well as this one right here, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast Review Show. So don't forget to follow that as well. And last but not least, the YouTube. Make sure you grab that subscribe button. Tap that noni bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes in the air via live stream and the time that the recording is going to start. And you can go to the Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast YouTube channel page for new and previous episodes that you missed. That's already uploaded to the YouTube channel page. Make sure you leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics that was reviewed, and stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Download these episodes, share the episodes, download the episodes, share the videos. Make sure you listen, stream, rate, share, and watch these episodes. Tell a friend to another friend, spread the word, and share the podcast with your wives, your boyfriends, your husbands, girlfriends, boyfriends, friends, and the people that you're cool with from work. So there you go right there, man. And look, like I always say at the end of the show, the grind does not stop. Hard work pays off. And also, if you, depending on what your career is, make sure you follow your goals and dreams, and find your voice. Be confident in yourself behind the microphone if you're recording a podcast or whatever career field that you're doing. And you want to make sure you find a way and what gets you into your zone, creatively speaking, and do what you do best that makes you smile mentally, physically, and spiritually. So, what I mean? Don't let anybody stop you from doing what you do best. So that's gonna do it for me, man. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in and rocking with me. I will see y'all in the next episode. Hopefully by next week. And I hope y'all have yourself, and I hope you be careful out there. And if you're going to any events that's going on right now, please feel free to actually take a friend with you, or whoever. So what I'm saying. I'm probably going to be doing like an announcement on some performers that's going to be doing an event, live performance and stuff, musically and stuff, sometime next week. So stay tuned for that as well. All right, man. I'm off this shit. Peace and one love. Have yourselves a great weekend and a good night.